Last time I mentioned AMD and Nvidia have some good opportunity. Because why? Today I will give you the insight for what is going on right now. Can we buy more or should we sell now? And also the update for Tesla. So now first we go to AMD. Why last time I say we have an opportunity? Because look at the monthly chart with my indicator. The easiest indicator for you to buy and sell is the YM Club Fast. And this is a super long term investor. You have to have this because this red line it track very fast with the time. Okay, basically when they drop, when we change the direction, we just buy when they turn the direction from downward to upward. Then you hold it until they change direction again. Okay, then you make a pretty very good profit. For example, like this or like this. And now basically it happened in May. They go above and they change the direction. Okay, so now we need two signal to tell you, hey, buy. Okay, the first signal is this one, the YM big buy. The YM big buy to tell you the fund movement. This is a big volume buying or selling. Basically, to tell you the fund is coming in or coming out. But the crazy thing is they filter the big volume one. So they can signal what is the institution buying or what are they selling. Because we need to follow institution to do the trade. Okay. You don't want to wait for a long time. And we want to buy and we want to make profit right away. So what happened is they here, right? Basically they go above on in May, this candle, right? And then they change the direction. The money always go before the trend. Just imagine a big Titanic is the same thing. You need the engine, you need some fuel, you need the oil to change the direction of the big boat, right? So always the fuel, the oil is the money for stock market. So look at here. Money come in, the green mean big buying. But we need to look at the purple line. When they change direction, then we need to pay attention. And then they go above the red, and then the red change the direction as well. Hey, this is our buy signal. Is it so cool? Okay, so now we buy it. And then what happened now? We can also look at the weekly chart. Any problem here? So far, if you know the trend line, you can put two line and line up. You can see this trend line, okay? Basically, we go above. We flash a yellow signal here. What is yellow signal? Yellow signal is YMOBOS. What is that? It means overbought here. So it means this is a risk zone. Okay, when the yellow disappear and they drop below, then you need to sell. For example, here they drop below and they drop below the red, and the red change the direction. Then you need to sell because they have a big downward trend. Okay, even the money you can see they go before, like you see they go downward. I don't really look at RSI to be honest. We go downward first the money and then the price still going up and then they go down. Okay, why the big institution money go down but the price still go up? Because they don't want to signal the individual. They don't want to signal the public market. Hey, I'm leaving the market. No one would do that. They're still selling here. Okay, they're still selling here. And you can see after that, the institution holding is decreasing. This is why I'm cheapest. This is a very good indicator to tell you, hey, institution is leaving. You can see right away when they go downward, 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 so low, then it means they're leaving. But one thing happened is YM chip entry to tell you institution come in, institution come in. But this one just tell you relative low point. Okay, relative low point. We don't buy right away because usually this candle can last for a while. We need more signal to tell you we can buy now. Why this is the absolutely good point to buy? Okay, I tell you what. The first thing is the red line change direction. Okay, number one. Number two is you can see these YM chips. When the chips go so down, where we have so many green chips here, this is individual holding. Okay, when the green is the highest bar, and then we have some YM chip entry entering. What does it mean? It means the institution is buying here because the YM chip entry mean institution buying new stock. Okay, they buy. So this is like a one signal, two signal, three signal, This is also why I'm big buy to tell you they flow in the money. Okay, three signal. Four signal is the purple signal here. What is the purple? The purple is also YMOBOS. Purple is oversold. Okay, when oversold happen, we don't need to buy right away. We can observe. You can buy when they go above this purple. Okay, but if you think too late, you can also buy here when they go above the red line. You buy a little bit because not yet change the direction. We want to eat when we eat the fish. We don't want to eat. You don't need to eat every single part. Okay, because it will take so much work to eat the head, so much work to eat the tail. Correct? We eat the fat body. How about that? So we have the profit like this. Okay, now we have the yellow signal, but we still don't need to sell because the yellow signal not yet we don't have a disappear yellow signal yet. Okay, one thing. The second thing, if you look at the wick, we still have a long lower wick, so it means we still have quite good buying here for weekly chart. Okay, it's still very healthy to going up. Okay, so the monthly chart, the direction is good. The weekly chart also is good. I want to give you one more bingo thing, the YM Club Long. When the YM Club Long, when the stock will go crazy, I want you to have a look of this one. Well, we have three line in the same direction and in the sequence, and then they will go very fast to boom, go up. For example, this period. Okay, red, blue, purple. So red now is purple, blue. The purple is still going downward. We need the purple to go upward. And then they will have a big, massive increase. For example, here, when three line in the same direction mean the super long term, the purple is super long term. The super long term going up, pushing the boat. The long term is pushing the boat, which is the blue. And then the short term is also pushing the boat in the same direction. Then the stock will go very fast to go up like this. Okay, now we go back to the daily chart because I know some of you're very obsessed with the short-term trading. So now we look at the short-term trading. So the blue go upward, the purple go upward, the red go upward. So still healthy. Do we have buy signal? No. You are holding the stock. Let's say you don't have my indicator first. I want you to see here. Do you see a gap here? Okay, so this gap, when we are above the gap, this gap serve as a support. Basically, I want to show you this one. Let's say you don't have my indicator. You can see when we below this gap, when we are below this gap, when we below this gap, this is a resistance. You see, when they touch here, and then they go down and then go up again. Okay, so basically it's a reverse. It's a resistance when they go below, but when we are above, this serve as a perfect support. For example, look at this candle on 22nd. Basically, this candle have a very long wick, much longer than the body. What does it mean? It means a lot of buying here. Okay, this is some trick. If you don't have any indicator, I can show you. Okay, so another thing, but something happened. I want you to pay attention. Although we have a lot of buying, but it doesn't mean that institution or big volume buyer buying the trade because you look at the Y and big buy. Actually, the big volume, this one is to filter big volume trade. The big volume they're selling here. So something you need to pay attention about this candle. It's a bit tricky, but do we have a long-term sell signal? If you trade with daily chart, for the daily chart, it's quite easy. When they change the direction, you buy. When they change the direction, you sell. That's it. From downward to upward, you buy. When they touch, they go up again with a green candle. You buy, you buy. Okay, now we don't have sell signal because you follow the blue line to do the trade. If you use the red line to do the trade, which is much short term, usually you hold for 2 weeks. For example, you buy here, you sell here. You buy here, you sell here. So far, you shouldn't hold the stock if you're a super short term trader. Okay, so this is the update for AMD. So now we look at NVIDIA. Okay, NVIDIA, the monthly chart first. NVIDIA is much more ahead than the AMD, by the way. So look at the monthly chart. The red line is going upward. So you see two candle upward. So we still have um, some. So you mean the trend from downward to upward. One thing concern is the yellow candle. Okay, what does it mean yellow candle? Overbought. Overbought mean risk. Okay, mean risk. Risk it comes with the when you raise. Okay, it grow the risk. When the opportunity is when the price drop the opportunity. Okay, so this is quite easy. Okay, so now we're going up for monthly chart. How about weekly chart? So weekly chart is like this. Okay, so why I say NVIDIA is more ahead because free line is in the same direction. You see, this free line is in the same direction. So it's a very good signal to see free line is in the same direction. Look at this. Okay, so and then if you ask me weekly chart, monthly chart, do we have buy signal? No, because we have the risk already. You're supposed to buy when they change the direction. Okay, not halfway, but here when they change the direction. Here. So weekly chart, you can follow the red to buy or the blue to buy. It depends on your time frame. So daily chart. Daily chart is the same thing. Okay, so daily chart you can see. So if you're super long term, you look at the purple things first. Look at the purple line. You buy here. You don't have any sell signal, but you don't have buy signal. Your buy signal is here. Okay, it's here. It's more, much more in advance than the much earlier. The signal come earlier than the traditional technique. The traditional technique is they have downward channel here, right? And then you buy when they go above. I'm sorry, you are a bit far away. Our signal is 111, the price. The traditional signal is 120. Okay, and this is our slower signal. This is super long term. If we turn on the blue light, it's even lower. I like to buy with blue light to be honest. See, blue light you buy here. Okay, some people say, why don't you buy here? Or you can buy here when they change the direction. Okay, and you add when they touch the blue and fresh a green. You fresh a green, you can add. Okay, these two you can add. You can add. You can add. Okay, now I want to see, now can we add now here? If you add, you need to be careful of the proportion because we have the yellow signal. Yellow signal mean overbought. This mean the risk. Okay, we're in the risk zone. Okay, another thing I want you to check is the money. Okay, institution holding very healthy from here, basically from April. They also like remember they change before the trend. So the money flow in first, the institution increase, and then you see here institution buying, institution buying, institution buying. Okay, and we also have a purple candles here. So when they go above on the same day, they go above the blue. This is the buy signal. Then you hold it. Okay, then you hold it. You add your position. That's it. That is the easiest game over. One thing I want you to pay attention is the Y and big buy. This could change the game. Okay, why? Because the price going up, but the big volume trade is becoming weak. You see here. You see here. That's why it's getting a bit slow. Okay, instead of this 45-degree up, this one is only like 20 or 30-degree up. Okay, so it's a bit slower. Why? Because the big volume trade for Y and big buy is getting slower. You see, even they go under zero. So this is not a fantastic signal. But do we have any sell signal yet? We don't really have. Okay, we don't really have. We have the risk level to tell you, hey, we are in the risk when the yellow disappear and they drop below the blue. they're not good. Okay, so now look at the super fast term. The super fast term, we are under this super fast term, and they're slowing down also. Okay, once when they change the direction, if the red change the downward, then you need to be careful. It will have a pullback. When they drop below the blue, you need to be double care because it is a risk. It tell you to sell. Okay, but you should make him pretty good fat profit. Either you use the blue light to buy or you use the purple candle to buy. You are making crazy profit here. Basically, here is 103. Here is 141. Here, another ad is 152. Okay, so the best is the red going up. The best is like the candle go above both line. And then this is a very strong trend. Now it's not super strong. Now it's not super strong, but we're still in the upward trend. Okay, so this is Nvidia. Now we look at Tesla. Tesla is something I give you a few video or always keep checking Tesla. Why? Because Tesla have a big opportunity. They will have a big move, but we don't know when yet. So now look at the monthly chart. The first thing, let's say you don't have my indicator first. The first thing I want you to look at the structure pattern. I always mention Tesla is a very interesting stock because they like to do sideways. So this one is a triangle and then they break out, boom, they go up. This one, they go inside the box, boom, small go up, and then they go a funny triangle shape here, and then they go out here. Okay, they go out, they break out here, and then big go up. Basically, they take very long time for the sideways. This is a monthly chart, by the way. So basically, they take from 010 July. I better to make a measurement for you guys because I know many people like to long hold stock, which is very good, but you need to use the indicator to tell you when they start to change the trend. Okay, we don't want to long hold too long. Okay, so the first thing I want you to see the date here. So for example, from here to the breakout, it take 33 months. And from here to here, take 71 months. 71 months. So basically the price did not change. You hold it, you buy here, you still have the same price for Tesla. Which is quite impressive, you know. At that time they almost bankrupt twice. So another thing, now are we getting close? Now so far 50, 55 bars, okay? And we look at this. We are basically what kind of look at this. Can you see a pattern here? I want to show you the actually if you see this is a triangle. We're still inside the triangle. You see? We are bouncing inside this triangle. I mentioned this level, 265 is a very critical level. This is a strong support and a resistance. When we are above, we are safe. When we below, we are getting ugly. And they drop below the trend line, and then they will have something, they will drop much more because there's no support here. Okay, so back to the point. If we break out, then we have a very big move. If not, if they drop below this price, the worst 265, and then they will start to have a big drop. Okay, but it's too late. If you do action there, I want to use my indicator to check. So first thing, I use Club Fast. Only one single indicator tell you the trend. Why we are getting funny now? Because it's not even downward, it's not even upward. Look at this. We're under this red line. Okay, so it means this is weak. Okay, they're trying to do something here, and we don't have a direction. Right? We don't have a direction. So if you are very, very long-term investor. You like to do nothing but to make money. Then you need to wait the red line to change the direction. Okay, we need one thing for Tesla. The red line change the direction for monthly chart. That's it. Then you buy in like this. Then you buy in like this. Okay. Uh, do we have institution buying for monthly chart? No, we don't. The money is still going downward. So not yet, right? Nothing soon. Okay. The money has to go before the trend. So if the money have nothing going on, the trend is still going sideways. Okay, so it's not really that exciting. That's why I mentioned AMD to you guys. Maybe you can pay more attention because you can make more profits. The second thing, the weekly chart. Look at the red line. It's going downward. So it's not really good. We need to go upward. Okay. It's still going downward and it serves as a resistance now here. Okay. So Tesla is not doing really well. So now we look at the daily chart. This is something I want you to pay um, some concern or attention. We look at the YM Club long first. Basically, from this day, they have a fake breakout. Somehow, on this day, they drop down. Okay, although the fund is going up, but they drop down. And then we are going within this triangle right now. You see this triangle right now. I want to show you the YM Club long, YM Club fast. So we are going inside this triangle. If you don't have my indicator, check the triangle pattern here. You see? Okay. This is a triangle pattern. You need, there's a breakout either upward or downward. So if you have my indicator, just use my indicator because it's much faster than the traditional TA, okay, technical analysis. Okay, so back to the point. So look at my indicator first. So we get support from this purple line. So the purple line, you don't need to sell yet, okay, unless they drop down. You should, when you trade with the red, you stick with the red. When you trade with the blue, you stick with the blue. When you trade with the purple, you stick with the purple. Don't buy like here. Oh, now I'm a purple investor. No, when you're red, some people just like to hold the stock. They don't cut loss. Then you are wasting your money. Okay, so when you use purple, basically you buy, and then you buy here. Then this one, do we need to buy? No. Why? Because we don't have any buy signal. We need to fetch a green candle. We need to go up first. Okay? And we have a big down. We have a big down. Well, I don't know what's happening with Elon Musk today, but Elon has some news. And we have a big volume downward. Okay? Do we have daily chart coming in, the money coming in? YM chip entry basically tell you around April they have money coming here. The price is around 200, 226 this level. Okay, this few candle, they have money come in. They have a bunch of money come in. They show you the relative low point and then they go up. They basically the strategy is we see money come in, okay, for daily chart. We see money come in, we see purple candle, and then they go above the red, they go above the blue. Then you add your position. And then what happened? The easiest way, you hold it until they drop below the blue. And if they reduce the blue here, like when the blue change the direction, then you sold everything. Okay, when the blue going downward, basically you should not hold anything. If you use the blue light for the trading, okay, and I highly recommend you to look at the blue light rather than the red light. The red light is way too fast. You are not making much, but the blue light you're making quite good. Okay, the purple light for Tesla is a bit slow. It's a bit slow, especially now because Tesla monthly chart is still the red line is still not doing good. So I prefer you move to the blue line. the regular term, the regular timeline, okay? Because it's not a super bull market. If it's a super bull market, okay, fine, you can use the purple line. Okay, even you don't need to use the daily chart. You can go back to the monthly chart. You look at the chart on the first day of every month to check the direction. That's it. So easy. Remember, when we do trading, we don't need to earn every single penny because it's so much workload. I want you to have the freedom to enjoy your family time. This is the purpose of of trading, like to gain some freedom, not just financial freedom, but to gain the time freedom. How do you spend your time? I don't want you to become the slave of trading. Okay, so I highly recommend you to look at the monthly chart, the weekly chart for the longer term line. And thank you for your comment because it made me to see some hope. Oh, some people ask me, can I long hold some stock? I really love this kind of comment. And um, I highly recommend, yes, but you need to look at the stock, the monthly chart. Okay, I don't know your timeline. What is your long term? Okay, I know some people trading, they use even 15 minutes or 30 minutes. This is fine, but those have a lot of fixed signal. The very safe is to look at the monthly chart, to look at the weekly chart. This is the safe way. Some people say, oh, the monthly chart have the green signal here. Why only this? Because for monthly chart, this kind of green signal it is super rare. Sometimes it happen every 10 years once or happen every 20 years once. So when this green signal happen, okay, and when they change direction, this is the best opportunity ever. Okay, so far we don't have any for the monthly chart. How about weekly chart? In April 2 to 4, we have some here. April, May, February, we have some here. Okay, this zone, this zone. Okay, so that's it. So thank you for watching this channel. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend. I will keep you update for this stock, and I see you in the next video. If you want to have this indicator is exclusive, you can click the link in my description, and I see you next video. Bye.